Right. So, um, this is a very interesting Superman. So let me see if I can find why people are turned against him. I didn't catch that newsreel, the news Kion. Let me just find that. Oh, for frick's sake, where is it? I'm not going to find it now. Come on, where are you? Yeah, I'm not going to find it now. So yeah, I do not know why everyone's turned on Superman. Well, not everyone, but the heroes, other heroes have turned on Superman in this trailer. Hawkgirl, Guy Gardner, Metamorpho, Mr. Terrific. Well, we see Guy Gardner fighting Superman. So I assume that the other heroes are also fighting Superman. But we don't know why. We don't know why, and now I know this isn't an origin story, so I don't know if this is an origin of his relationship with Lois Lane throughout the show, throughout the movie, because they seem to be quite involved. So maybe it's not the origin of anything. It's just, I assume it's Lex Luthor. That's the main bad. Now, there is no way in hell Lex Luthor could do so much damage to Superman that he would go falling out of the sky and needing help. That help being Krypto. And Krypto looks a bit rough. So I don't know if... Now, I've heard that James Gunn is modeling Krypto from his own rescue dog. So it's possible that they're making Krypto a rescue. I would assume because he can pull Superman, I'm going to assume he is a Kryptonian rescue. That he also came to Earth, but instead of being like Superman's family dog or whatever, he's actually just a pet that someone decided to save from the destruction of Krypton, and Superman takes him in. So I don't know if that ear being stuck up is because of something that happened, like when he landed on Earth, or if it was in a fight, or he was just born that way. And so yeah, a lot of questions, and I'm actually very interested. David Corenswet looks like he's going to be a very good Superman. I'm not a fan of his wig as Clark Kent. Not a fan at all. It just doesn't work for David Corenswet. The perm, not a fan of that. I get it that the idea is so he doesn't look like he's Superman. Obviously, in this movie, Lois knows he's Superman. We don't know if she finds out in the course of the movie, or if this movie is going to start out with her knowing. Jonathan Kent is alive. Please do not kill him off again. I mean, this is like Uncle Ben level of we can't have a movie about Superman without killing off his father. Now, this isn't an origin. And in most of his origin stories, that's when Jonathan Kent ends up dying. So, since this isn't supposed to be an origin, and Jonathan Kent is still alive, provided this isn't a flashback, I think he's going to survive the movie. Now, I liked how they used the events of the movie as sort of his life flashing before his eyes while he's lying there in the snow. At least I'm assuming that that's what it is. There are too many scenes for it to be just his life flashing before his eyes as he lays dying. And I'm kind of bummed that Krypto ran to him as opposed to flying. Maybe he'll do that while he's carrying Superman back to, I assume, the Fortress of Solitude, because they seem to be at the North Pole. Yeah, I'm curious. I assume that the other heroes work for Lex, because I can't imagine who else would be turning everyone on Superman. Even everyday people. I love the guy who threw the rock at Superman's head. I mean, what did he think was going to happen? And Lex Luthor holding a gun. That had better be kryptonite bullets in that gun, because otherwise, what are you doing? Again, this isn't an origin, so I'm sure at this point people know that his weakness is kryptonite and that, ordinary bullets bounce off him, rocks bounce off him. So I really wonder what has gotten people so angry at Superman that they are attacking him. And all I can say is they'd better be damned lucky that Superman just walks away, lets them vent their anger, and doesn't do anything. Because if he were to turn around, you would all be dead. So yeah, I'm really curious what Lex Luthor did to get people to turn on him. I think I heard somewhere that there's going to be an evil Superman. So it could be Lex Luthor created a clone of Superman to basically destroy his reputation. That's a possibility. If that is true, that's going to be very interesting to see how they play that and how Superman convinces others that no, not him, that Lex Luthor's behind this. Or if the other heroes discover that. Or either he created a clone, because I doubt Metamorpho, even though he does have powers, I don't know how well he could mimic Superman. I mean, he could look like Superman, but could he, would he be able to pretend he has the powers of Superman? I'm not that familiar with the character, but I'm going to say no. So, but that's a possibility of how Lex Luthor manages to convince people of Superman being bad. Now, Metamorpho, is my understanding, is he's supposed to be a good character. So, I'm going to say he wouldn't be up for doing bad things just to make Superman look bad. So it's got to be a different type of cloning. Now, whether it's a true clone like Superboy or something like that, or if it's going to be something else, I'm not sure. But it certainly has a lot of people pissed. Not everybody, because there are certain people who are still pro Superman, like that little boy who put up a Superman flag. So either that was earlier on in the movie before Lex Luthor manages to turn everybody on him, or some people just never lost their faith in Superman. We see a few scenes with Superman and Lois Lane. And like I said, I don't know if this is them starting their relationship or if they're already in a relationship, whether she knows at the beginning whether he's Superman, learns it in the course, or it's already established. Now, I'm really curious as to how they deal with this situation. I've seen behind the scenes of Superman being arrested. So it sounds like it's a big deal. He gets arrested. I assume there's a trial. Now, I don't know if he's going to have his own lawyer, or if they're going to show the trial, or how deep this goes. I mean, we see Rick Flag Sr. in the behind the scenes. So Rick Flag Sr. is in this movie, which means that Argus is involved. Unless after the events of Creature Commandos, he basically tells Amanda Waller to take a flying leap. Whether it's because he still refuses to believe that the princess was bad from Creature Commandos, or if it's because of what happened with Weasel. Finding out that Weasel is completely innocent and realizing Amanda Waller's just using them because they're monsters. So, but otherwise, maybe Argus is involved too, because they get into shady shit. Or he's now working for Lex. Or Lex has got Argus wrapped around his finger. Who knows at this point. So, yeah, it's going to be a very interesting movie. How it starts, how it ends. Because again, Lex can do some damage to Superman. But my understanding is, this is still a young-ish Superman. It's not like Lex doesn't know his weaknesses. I just don't think he's developed anything like armor or anything else that could put him on par with Superman. I don't think we've gotten to that level of Lex. We might. It's nice to see Lex looking like Lex. Hopefully he acts like Lex too, as opposed to the Snyderverse Lex, which was a combination of Lex and the Joker, which was really bizarre. Let's see if there's anything else I want to say about this, about this trailer or any other behind the scenes that I'm aware of. And I believe that is all I have. All the superheroes look great. Well, Guy Gardner looks great in the sense that he looks like he does in the comics with the mop hair. But otherwise everyone looks great because they all look like their comic book counterparts. So that's, I guess, all I wanted to go over in this video. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video.